Good morning fellow YouTubers, it's Saturday morning the 30th of May 2026 and I'm just going to go out for an adventure, but I'm going to stay pretty much local. I'm not going far today, and I'm going to go back over towards New Herrington Country Park, which is just opposite on the other side of the road to Penshaw Monument. I'm going to walk around the park and the big huge lake where there's hundreds of bloody swans and every kind of duck you can imagine. So it's a beautiful little walk around the water, and then I'm going to be coming out the park to turn a left and go over towards Fairfield on Station Road, and then walk around the River Weir area and the little parks and what's on offer over there. And I want to explore a place I went a few years ago that I'm just trying to put back into my memory, so I'll have to go and walk the walk I did before. So that's what I'm doing today, and it's like I say, normally I go out on a Sunday, but this morning it's a Saturday morning. What time is it now? It's 8:08, and I'm just heading off now to go to fill up before I get on the A1 at 9:04. Right, so I'll bring you back for now. Okay, I've reached my location. I've done 21.8 miles. I made a mistake. I was going along the A1 instead of the A19, so I've had to double back on myself. And then, just to piss us off even more, the main road to go down to the lake to get the car parks at the bottom is still closed, so I've had to come into the smaller car park here where the cafe is and the toilets. This area here, there's the toilets. So I'm going up to park here, then walk all the way down the lake again and walk around the lake. But it's a beautiful day and it's getting hot already, so I'll have to get it done quickly before I get burnt. Right, so just a reminder, it's the, what's the date of the day? It's the Saturday the 28th of May 2026, and the road is still closed off to the public, and you kind of drive down the main road down there, look, to get to where the lake is, where you can, the boardwalk is, where you feed all the birds and the swans and the ducks. So I'm going to have to take a detour again back down there to walk around the lake and come back down the other side. Right, so without further ado, I'll put my camera back in the car, lock it up. I'm not even going to set up time lapse because it's pointless, because I'm just pointing at cars in the car park now to see really. Well, never mind, that's a good start of my day. It's pissed us off already. I've just told the guys I'm really pissed off. Right, so bye for now. Alright, that's me cap on, start my camera to record, and now I'm going to lock up the car and start walking down the fields there to get into the lake, walk around the lake. So turn the engine off, obviously it helps, and lock your car up. I'm just all at 6s and 7s now because of the bloody car park being shut again. Pissed off. Right, lock. So you've got Penshaw over there, the village. So when I come out here, I was going to drive down there and go to another park and a little lake and cut through all the houses as a shortcut and get onto Station Road and then go to Fairfield. Right, so this is the way you've got to go down now, because all the bloody barriers over to the left there and you can't get down the main road. When I came here with our Shelley a couple of weeks ago, this is what we had to do. Parked in this big car park here and headed across to get back on the main road where we could, but it's all barriered off, so the usual ways that you would go, you can't. Right, so I've just got to go the alternative route down there and get onto the main pathway that comes along from the boardwalks where you feed the ducks and the swans. But where that guy's running, that's the main road that you normally take to go down, straight down. I noticed that they're putting all these wood chippings on the grass now, because all the vehicles that were driving around the grass, they were just chinning it all up and spoiling it. Right, so I'll have to cut across to where this little buggy is and walk down the main road past them. Few trails of chemtrails in the sky. So they've been, I noticed it when I looked out my window this morning at the house. So there's Penshaw Monument on the top of the hill on the far side there. So you drive past that and then you turn left at the roundabout to come down to here. But this is why I've come today, to see if it's still open, because I want to get back down the lake and park up, face my car into the lake and set my time lapse up to see the birds taking off and landing. That was the whole point. Well, this is the first right turn you can take to go down to the skate park if you're going on a skate park, or the amphitheatre, which is just down here in the dip where these three boulders are. That's the top of it. Excuse me, how long is this going on for? Because I'm disabled, I like to drive all the way down to the bottom and park by the lake.
Monday now.
Monday,
Monday,
it's all packing up.
Day, and then everything's off site.
Yeah, but will it be Monday into Tuesday packing up and then going?
No, it'll be Monday sometime on the afternoon. The fencing's coming down today and tomorrow.
Right, great.
And then it'll be all open again as normal for you.
Because I've come back to have a look at it again, because I'll bring my sister down. She's disabled as well.
Yeah.
And we'll just like to park right next to her.
Down, yeah, there's been loads of people. But yeah, it'll be Monday, unfortunately.
Right, thanks very much, mate. Cheers. Have a nice day. Right, so the hill over there with the stones stepping on the top, that's where I want to go around along the edge of the lake first, from the main parking area here, and then go past them and then up around the back of it, then come over the top of the hill, and then you get the beautiful views back over here and to Penshaw Monument over there. Right, so you can see the people walking along the bottom path, and then there's people running around the hill on the far side of the lake. You can just see they're starting to take this fencing down now, and these billboard type things. But that's the amphitheatre down here. Right, so I'll just have to cut off down to the right and then walk along the bottom path where all the swans are. There's normally loads of swans coming along that main bit of stream there, heading into the main lake. So it's all been about the Radio 1 roadshow. That's what all this was for. And loads of the residents were complaining about the tyre marks dug into the grass and everything, ruining the park. But I can see loads of wildfowl walking around on off the side of the water there. So all the fence you can see at the bottom, that's what's stopping you going through the main car park. Right, so instead of going along there to the boardwalk, I'll come past that on the way back to come up the car park. So I'm going to cut through here, turn right, then where those people are going through the gap in the hedge there, there's a, like what I call it whalebone bridge. So I'm going to be walking over the top of that. Then I'll walk past all these wildfowl birds on the way back and cut through here again. Right, so I'll do a little detour. But where those two people are running up, that's the main path which leads you to the main area of the lake where people get out and feed the birds on the boardwalk. And you've got your guys with the model boats, remote controlled boats and stuff, going and put the boats on the lake. But you can see there's either metal fencing at the front here, but you've got the main big 8-foot bloody fence and run the other side as well. So you can't even walk in the forestry, the tree line at the far side. Right, so as you can see, there's loads and loads of swans here. I'm just sitting on the embankment here, getting the sun, enjoying a bit of peace and quiet. Morning. Hello, you going to come and say hello? There you are. You alright? So obviously this is a continuous stream that goes round, and it just joins in with the big lake where everybody goes to feed the birds just further along there. That's the main pathway that I wanted to park in front. So it's literally, it's like sitting here and looking straight out onto the lake where you park. But you can't at that minute, bloody fencing. Right, so if you look straight ahead there now, you can see the rusty old like framework of the bridge. I call it the whalebone bridge, because you can see it looks like the ribs of a giant whale. There must have been a run on today, because I've got the finish line here. So this is New Herrington Country Park. It's a beautiful park to come and visit. Right, so I'm going to cross over the bridge, turn right, and then just follow the pathway around, and it takes us up to the top of the hill where that hillock is, where the tall stones are standing up on it. You can see there's been a bit of a swan's nest just on that little hillock where that duck's lying down.
Not like some of the city ones where the people get scared and all that. No. And then if I'm going up marshals, then employ stewards and that, and I think it's a bit unfair that, like. Now, war volunteers. Like some of the people here.
There's a swan on the pathway here, just pecking at the fresh grass. Last time I came down here, when I came down with my sister, it was all still fenced off, so this is the way we had to come down, and then we took a walk around here. But like I say, she can't walk very far as well. She's got fibromyalgia and she suffers with she's agoraphobic, so she doesn't like being outdoors in wide open spaces very long. Hello, big fella. Hello. You gonna start hissing at us there? Hello, big fella. Hello. Hello. Come on, are you gonna come? Can I stroke you? I don't think so. Hey, are you gonna go back in the pond now? You're going back on the water? Big huge meal. Come on then. Away. I'm not very I'm a little bit cautious going towards these because they've got cygnets in the water here, so they're very protective. And if you put your hand out or stay too long, it may go for you, because obviously they protect the little ones here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello missus. Hello girl. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've got 6 cygnets. Oh, they're just a bundle of fluff. Hello girl. Hello mummy. Hello mummy. Says your little ones there. So that's daddy, the big one, and here's mummy with the little ones. Right, so over the Whalebone Bridge, bear right and go up the hill. So this is like a little secondary pond, if you like, of the main pond. Very popular dog walking park. As you can see, there's a guy over there with his 2 dogs, and I've passed loads of dogs on the way down here. But if you look up in the sky, you can see all the white streaks of the chemtrails, so they've been out this morning, and that's what happens. It starts spreading out and going right across the sky as usual, so they're still at it. Can't wait to see arrests of these pilots. In fact, they should be executed for crimes against humanity, because they're poisoning the earth, they're poisoning us, they're poisoning the water. And then, I mean, they've probably got families of their own, and they're killing their kids as well, and the earth that we live on. Yes, they're getting paid billions of pounds for flying the aeroplanes and turning on the jets, but they're killing the planet. But that's the whole idea. Look at these globalists, Satanists, pedophiles. They don't care about us or the planet. They hate us and they want we're all dead. When you realise that, that's when you start waking up and seeing what extremes they'll go to. Right, so you go uphill and round the corner here.